Okay, students. So today we are going to uh, do the thing that is called interchange of sentences. Okay, interchange of sentences. What is that? And I am going to tell you one thing, that don't get panic that whether it is a different book or whether I am not giving any reference from book. The thing is the same. The syllabus is the same. Which I am giving you, which I am telling you, you have to learn this. You have to know the formula, the way, which way you have to change the sentences. The things will be same. The books are different, different publishers, different name, but the syllabus and the things are same. So don't get panic. Okay. Whatever book you have total English with you. You have to do the exercise from there, and you can do it. And if you get any if you face any kind of problem in solving the exercises, then you can let me know in my channel. Okay, I will definitely answer that. Okay, so let's start. First, number one, affirmative and negative sentences. Affirmative, that is a statement. Okay, and that has no negative word, that doesn't carry any kind of negative word. Affirmative sentence doesn't carry a negative word like no, not, etc. A negative sentence is a sentence that carries a negative word like no, not. Okay, so the first example which I am going to give you is, only a prince can afford such a luxury. Only a prince can afford such a luxury. So is there any kind of negative word? No, there is no negative word. So this sentence is called affirmative, and you have to change this sentence into negative sentence. But remember all the time that you cannot change the meaning of the sentence. Okay, and if you are doing it a negative sentence, then the meaning, you think that the meaning will be changed, but you have to use any kind of opposite word with the negative word that will balance the sentence. Okay, so this is the affirmative sentence. And how can we do it negative? Let's see. No one except a prince. That means no one except a prince. It means only a prince. Okay, so we are arranging the sentence in a way that the meaning will not be changed. No one except a prince can afford such a luxury. So it is a negative one. Okay, next one, it is a negative sentence, and we will make it a assertive one. He will not find the journey comfortable. It is a negative sentence. He will not find the journey comfortable. Not is here. Okay, so it is a negative sentence, and we have to make it a positive one. He will find the journey uncomfortable. Look, we here the thing was not comfortable. Not comfortable, that means uncomfortable, the similar meaning. And when we are using uncomfortable in this sentence, there is no need to use the no or not here. So the meaning is same in this sentence, but we have made it affirmative. Okay, you got it? Now the next one, interrogative and assertive. Interrogative, that means a sentence that is a question and that carries a question mark or interrogative sign at the last. And assertive, that is a statement kind of sentence without no question mark or exclamation mark, etc. So first example, we could not succeed without hard work. It is an assertive sentence, a kind of statement. So we have to make it question. So here could is there. So we can bring this could at the beginning of the sentence. Could we bring the could at the beginning of the sentence, and we started it like, could we succeed without hard work? Then the answer will come, we could not succeed without hard work, isn't it? So this is our interrogative sentence. Come to the next example. Is he not wise to agree with his superior? So here is the question mark. That means it is an interrogative sentence, and the sentence starts with is, that is a be verb, and we have to make it an assertive. Then we have to bring he at the beginning, the subject, and he is after that. He is wise to agree with his superior. Is he not wise? That means he is wise. Okay, you got the point? Now come to the next one. Exclamatory and assertive sentences. Exclamatory sentence, the sentence that brings out the feeling of happiness or sadness through the sentence, okay, and that carries a exclamatory sign. Here is the exclamatory sign, okay. An assertive, you know that is a statement kind of sentence, okay. And in exclamatory sentence, it is the construction is quite like this. The first example is, how beautiful is the moon? How beautiful is the moon? We often say like this, wow, what a beautiful rose. So this kind of sentences are called exclamatory sentence. And how we can make this exclamatory sentence into an assertive one. So the fact is that the moon is very beautiful. That is why we are exclaiming like this. So you have to write the fact in an assertive sentence. So the moon is very beautiful. Got the point? Now come to the next example. It was a horrible moment. It is an assertive sentence. It was a horrible moment. So we have to make it an exclamatory sentence. So what a horrible moment it was. In this way we can make it exclamatory, and don't forget to give the exclamatory sign. When you are making it exclamatory, whether you are making it interrogative, don't forget to give the sign, because if you don't give the sign, the marks will be deducted for that. Half marks will be deducted for that. Okay, and it will be thought that you haven't understood the meaning of the sentence if you don't give the sign properly. Okay, so come to the next segment. Wait a minute. Okay, the next thing is sentences containing the adverb to, to. So sometimes we have to add to, sometimes we have to remove to. So what will be the sentences? The sentences will be like that. See, example number 1. These mangoes are too cheap to be fresh. That means, what does the meaning of this sentence? The meaning of the sentence is, the mangoes are very cheap that they cannot be fresh. Cheap mangoes are not expected to be fresh. So this is the fact, or this is the thing the sentence wants to tell us. So these mangoes are too cheap. It's very cheap. That means it is very cheap. And very cheap things cannot be good or proper to be fresh. So we have to write the fact when we will going to remove the TOO. These mangoes are so cheap. These mangoes are so cheap that they cannot be fresh. Look, here present tense has been used are. So that is why we are using here cannot. If it was in past tense, then you have to write it could not. Okay. So next one, he speaks. It is just the opposite one. He speaks so softly that he cannot be heard. That means he speaks so softly we cannot heard him. So how will we have here? We have to put TOO. So he speaks too softly to be heard. Okay. So this segment is completed, and now the last thing which I am going to tell in this class, that is degrees of comparison. So before telling this, I want to say you something. that what is degrees of comparison. You can note down whatever I am telling you. Degrees of comparison are adjectives. Okay, so adjectives are like, that is the describing words, describes the nouns and pronouns. What kind of nouns are they? When I'm telling I have a red shirt, so the word shirt is a noun, and red, what the color of the shirt is? It is red. So it is the quality of the shirt. It is one of the quality of the shirt, that it is red. So the word red is the adjective. Okay, so if we tell that he is a good boy, Ram is a good boy. Okay, so Ram, it is a noun, and he is a good boy. So his qualities, what is his quality? That he is good. So good is an adjective. Okay, and when I am telling that Ram is a good boy, then I am not comparing him with anyone, isn't it? I am not comparing with anyone with him. Then this kind of adjective is called in positive degree. This is in positive degree. You heard the words like good, better, best. Okay, so good is in positive degree. And when I'm telling, then Ram is a better boy than Shyam, Ram is a better boy than Shyam, then I'm comparing Ram with Shyam. So the comparison is between two persons. So the word which I am using, better, is said to be in comparative degree. Okay, so 2 degrees you have got. Now I am telling you next that Ram is the best boy in the class. Then the comparison goes with Ram and with the class. He is the best boy among the class. So the comparison is that he is the most superior or most good in the class. Then this kind of degree, the best, is called to be in superlative degree. So there are 3 kinds of degrees in adjectives: positive, comparative, and superlative. Okay, and when it is good, better, best, in the negative aspects it will be bad, worse, worst. Okay, and there are some words like beautiful. We cannot use in comparative degree beautifuler or beautifulest in superlative. The thing is that you have to add more and most. In comparative degree you have to add more, and in superlative degree you have to add most. So there are some words that we have to use some prefix with it, that is more and most. Like Rama is the beautiful girl. Here is no comparison, then it is in positive. But when we are I'm telling that Rama is more beautiful than Rita, then the comparison is between 2 persons. That's Rama and Rita. Okay, then we are using more, that is in comparatively. And when I'm telling that Rama is the most beautiful girl in the class, then the comparison is between Rama and the class, and she is the most beautiful, then it is superlative degree. Okay, so you have understood the degrees. I think I have just revived these things because you have already learned this in your junior classes. Okay, so degrees of comparison, how we can change this? Just look at the first sentence. Ashok is taller than Ravi. Taller, tall, taller, tallest. That means it is in comparative degree. Here it is written comparative. Okay, then how we can make it positive? We have to write like tall. So we cannot change the meaning. What I have told you earlier. Ravi is not as tall as Ashok. So that is in positive degree. We have used tall, but we didn't change the meaning of the sentence. Ravi is not as tall as Ashok. Ashok is taller than Ravi. That means Ravi is not as tall as Ashok. Understood? Next, no other country is as rich as America. No other country is as rich as America. That means it is in positive degree. Rich, it is in positive degree. And we can make it in comparative and superlative also. So how can we make that? America is richer than any other country. There is no other country. That means America is richer than any other country. There are no other country as rich as it. So richer than any other country. So richer, we have used it, and this is in comparative degree. And if we say like this, America is the richest of all countries, the fact remains the same. Isn't it? The fact remains the same, and we have written this as rich, richer, and richest. But we have just used some few other words that is balancing the sentence. America is the richest of all countries. That is in superlative. Okay. Now go to the next example. Ashoka was one of the greatest kings. Greatest, that is, it is in superlative. One of the greatest. That means there are more kings who are as great as him. He was one of them. Okay. So, in comparative degree, how can we do that? Ashoka was greater than any other kings. And in positive degree, very few kings were as great as Ashoka. Very few. That means there are few kings who were as great as Ashoka. Okay. So you got the point clearly, I think. And when we will solve some exercises, it will give the strength to our understandings. Okay. So thank you for today.